A $30 GPS tracker from Amazon destroyed my marriage. I bought it because my wife kept coming home at 2 a.m. with dead phone batteries. I expected to find a hotel, maybe an apartment. Instead, I found a house. A house she'd bought with our money. A house I'd never seen. A house with a mailbox that had 2 names on it, hers and his. My name is Daniel, and 5 years ago, I met the love of my life. Her name is Lisa. She was beautiful, funny, ambitious. She worked in real estate. She understood money in ways I never did. When we got married, everyone said we were the perfect couple. We had plans. Big plans, a house, kids. Retirement by 50. We bought our first house together. We split everything 50-50. Joint account, joint savings, joint dreams. I thought we were building a future. I didn't know she was building one that's just not with me. It started small, the way these things always do. She said work was busy. Big deals closing. I believed her. Why wouldn't I? Then the late nights became regular. 11 p.m. became 1 a.m. 1 a.m. became 2. I checked our accounts. Everything was there. Savings growing. Bills paid. I told myself I was paranoid. And one night, I woke up and she wasn't there. Her phone was at 30%. Not dead, just charging. I lay there for hours, staring at the ceiling. And I knew. I didn't want to know. But I knew. The next day at work, I did something I never thought I'd do. $30. That's what it cost to find out the truth about my marriage. I told myself I was being smart, protecting myself. But really, I was just scared. It arrived the next day. Smaller than I expected, easy to hide, that night while she slept. I went into the garage. My hands were shaking. I kept thinking, if she's innocent, I'm the villain. If she's guilty, I'm still the villain for not trusting her. I didn't sleep that night either. I just waited. The next day, I watched her drive, normal route. Work, lunch, home. I felt relief. I told myself I was crazy. She was faithful. I was the monster. I almost deleted it. Almost 3. Days later, she didn't go to work. She drove across town to a neighborhood I'd never been to. She stayed for 2 hours, then drove back to work. Came home at 6 like nothing happened. It became a pattern, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Sometimes Saturday mornings, always the same house. I started watching from a distance. I told myself I needed proof, but I already had it. She had a key. She walked in like she owned the place, and she looked happy. Happier than she'd looked with me in years. I took a day off work. Told her I was sick. Then I went to the county clerk's office. I stood there, heart pounding, waiting for papers that would change everything. And then I read it. She bought it 8 months ago, with cashed out our cash. And there was a second name on the deed. Not mine, Michael, her co-worker, the one she had late meetings with. I sat in my car for an hour. I couldn't move. I couldn't think. It all made sense. Every lie, every excuse, every dead phone battery. She wasn't just cheating. She was building a life, a home, a future, with our money. I went back to the house. I don't know why. Maybe I needed to see it again. Then I saw him, Michael. He kissed her at the door. They looked like a family, like they belonged there. I walked to the mailbox. I don't know what I was looking for. Proof, closure, pain. And there it was. Their names together. On a house I paid for. In that moment, something died in me, and something else was born. I drove home in silence. No music, no radio, just the sound of my own breathing. I looked at our house, the one we built together. The one I was still paying for. I didn't confront her that night, or the next, or the next. I spent a week gathering evidence. Screenshots, GPS logs, the deed, texts, everything. I don't want half. I want her to lose it all. I waited 2 more weeks. I played the perfect husband. I laughed at her jokes. I kissed her goodbye every time she left for work. I watched that little drive there. House, and every time, I added another piece to my case. She thought she was building her future. She didn't know I was building mine too. I took her to her favorite restaurant, our anniversary spot. She thought it was romance. The divorce was quick. She didn't fight it. She couldn't. The evidence was too strong. I got half the savings, half the equity in our house, and the satisfaction of watching her explain to Michael why they'd be paying off the house alone. Turns out, Michael wasn't as committed once the money was gone. Funny how that works. 6 months later, I'm in a new place that's smaller, that quieter, that mine. I still think about her sometimes, not about us. About what I thought we had. But then I remember the mailbox. And I remember that I didn't lose her. I never had her, not really, $30. That's what it cost to find out the truth about my marriage. Best money I ever spent. People ask me if I'm glad I did it. If I regret finding out the truth, truth doesn't care if you're ready for it. Truth just is, and sometimes the truth is the only thing that sets you free.